Test, test, test. What's going on, y'all? What's going on? Let me know how we sounding. Test, test, test. What's going on? All right, we're sounding cool. We did not hop in this trade. It's literally took off as soon as London session started. This is also, we're going to wait a couple minutes before we break that down. All right. We should go ahead and like the lives. Y'all hop up in here, y'all. We're going to wait a little bit to break that down. We're going to wait a couple minutes so people can hop up in here. What's going on, y'all? What's going on? Just dropped a new video for y'all yesterday. Make sure to check that out after the live stream. Got a new video dropping for y'all today as well. So those that watch the Sunday chart analysis, you have not watched the Sunday chart analysis, still make sure to check that out. Yes, it is Thursday, but once these emojis go away, like I always talk about, the Sunday chart analysis goes over not just what we see price doing Sunday night going into Monday, but it goes over what we see price doing throughout the entire week. So we was talking about this GJ setup yesterday's live. We can look for buys here, but for the uptrend to continue, we need to hold 191.90, 191.95 as support. So GJ can do that. We're going to be looking for buys. Now, we do have GBP news today. We got 7:02, which is a weird time, but that's besides the point. 7:02, we got GBP news popping up. In the 8:30, we got USD news. It's also a France holiday, so make sure to keep that in mind as well. But again, we still got a lot of charts kind of struggling to continue our start trends. We were looking at possible GN sales yesterday. As we can see, price yet again is struggling to hold these levels as resistance. We see price rejected reverse last week. 2 weeks ago. Then we see last week price pushed down, and this week but failed to also break and hold 2210 as resistance. So now we're reversing back again. So we're back in the reversal territory. So y'all see where my alerts are. And if y'all can't hear me or if my mic is staticky, let me know, because I don't got my earphones in, so I don't know how we're sounding. All right. All right, cool. So if GN can hold 2665 as support, we're going to be looking for buys, right? Just like we did last week. You can also look for short-term buys here if they hold 23.95 as support. But for the uptrend to come back into play, we need to hold this level as support. If we can't hold this level as support, we're either going to do what we did last week again, or we're going to break below this level. So again, I'm interested to see what today and tomorrow does. GJ, we're going to be looking for possible buys because, like we talked about in the TikTok live, if y'all didn't watch the TikTok live, or was not in the TikTok live yesterday, I got to make sure to follow me on Instagram and TikTok. Also, make sure to have y'all's noties on, because like when we go live on here, I send the link out in the free Signal and free Telegram. But like we was talking about, the reason why with GJ we was still bullish is because, yes, price failed to hold this low as support right here, but this was the support level from last week that gave us the higher high. And just like what the rules of the uptrend says, I got to pull that shit out. But while we're pulling that out, just like the rules of the uptrend say, price is still following these rules and respecting it, but we still need to break this resistance level, hold that support for the uptrend to continue. So that's what we're going to be looking for today, y'all. So we're going to be looking at GJ buys. We're going to be looking at GU sells. We're going to be looking for a retest on GU. This is also the same spot and price that we went for sales on Monday earlier this week. But then we see here we had a reversal, but then we also failed to hold this level as support. So again, a lot of these charts are struggling to continue the uptrend or start a new trend. GU is no exception. We can see 3 times now prices failed to continue the uptrend and make new higher highs. So again, if price can break below hold 3260, 3255 as resistance, we can see the downtrend come back into play. And again, this is the same exact move was going for on Monday. It just took off, as we can see. This was the 245. This is the 3 a.m. candlestick. So if it doesn't retest, we're just going to move this alert down to here. We're not going to look for buys no more. And so if it doesn't retest 3290, we're just going to look to see if we can break and hold 3260, 3255, which we failed to do so last week and this week. And if we can hold that as resistance, then we'll look for sales going there. But we're going to be looking for sales on GU as long as we can hold and respect 3320 as resistance. All right. We see gold rejected as well. Right, it did do a small push to upside when markets reopened, but this level ever since Tuesday has been struggling to not only break but hold and respect that support at 3392, 3394. So kind of similar situation. We got a lot of these charts kind of struggling to continue the trend. NAS100 was in a similar situation up until yesterday, but again, this is why you don't chase price, but you follow the flow of price, because again, when you pull out the rules to the uptrend, what does the rules of the uptrend say? Let me pull it out so we can see it. In order for the uptrend to continue, we need to break past the previous high, which gives us a new higher high. Let me make sure y'all can hear me. All right, cool. We also have to respect the support level the higher low is resting on. So again, when we replay, we have this. What is the higher high, higher low? We have the new higher high get made here. This was the resistance level price rejected on Monday and Tuesday. This is the level price respected. It's going to look for buys here and rejected. Then I went for another buy here, made my money back on NAS100. So again, what did it say? It said, whoops. We also have to respect the support level the higher low is resting on. So this would be the support level the higher low is on. So price did fail to break this resistance level, but it still respected this level as support right here, which is exactly why what we saw yesterday, price again held that low support, pushed up. And then what we saw last night, price is still pushing up. So just like with GU and gold, in order for the uptrend to continue, we need to break this resistance level at 2120 and hold that as support. If we don't hold that as support, we're going to see price do something like what gold just did, right, which was reject the level, or we're going to see something like what GU did, right, which was reject the level, or we're going to see again. So again, a lot of these charts are doing the same thing, just different directions, different price points and market structures, but they're all in the same situations right now for the most part. If you guys got any questions, drop them in the chat. When we're looking at your charts, drop them in the chat. Got a new 5-minute just popped up. So we're going to look and see if we can hold this level. We rejected it last night a few hours ago. So we're about to see if we can break and hold this low at support right here. But again, as far as right now, we're going to be looking at GJ for possible buys. If we can break this resistance level, hold at support. Then we're going to be looking at possible NAS100 buys. And then we're going to be looking at GU sell. Those just joining the stream, we have not entered this trade yet. This is just a trade idea. Make sure to hit that first link in the description. Join the free Signal and free Telegram. Y'all see on your screens how we did last month and last quarter. Go ahead and hit that first link and check it out for yourselves. Got a new 15 about to pop up in a little bit. All right, new 15 just popped up. So again, this is why we want to wait for price not to just reach this level or break it, but also retest and hold as support. If we would have just took that trade just because price broke that level, we'd be in an unnecessary drawdown and at potential risk of our stop loss getting hit. Again, it's just all about patience. When you understand how the charts work, you'll have a lot more patience as well. Again, we do got a few news events popping off today. We got 7 a.m. GBP news. We got 8:30 USD news, and there's also a Euro bank holiday today, so make sure to keep those times in mind. I already told the members in the crypto channel, check y'all's crypto portfolios. Crypto's been creeping all night. Bitcoin is literally right around the corner from 100K. It literally is at 99K right now. If you haven't checked out the update for Bitcoin, Solana, and Ethereum, make sure to check that out after the live. I'm about to drop it in the chat right now. Again, I dropped this a couple days Monday. I don't remember. I told y'all, I've been telling y'all the past couple months, do not run away from crypto and get back in it. So watch, everybody that was freaking out about Bitcoin and all this crashing, watch them all start talking about it again. I tell y'all all the time, you want to always buy when things are on discount and follow the flow of price, and don't wait for the hype or the news, because you're always gonna be late to the party if you're waiting for everybody else to talk about something or the news. All right, so make sure to check out that video after the live. I'm letting y'all know what to expect these next couple weeks. We do have a new month that just started. But yeah, so right now we're looking at, again, possible GJ buys. We're looking at possible GU sells, and then we're looking at possible NAS100 buys. We're just waiting for our confirmations to be met right now. If you guys got any questions, drop them in the chat. When we get any charts, drop them in the chat. Make sure to hit that first link in the description. Join the free Signal, free Telegram. Y'all see on your screens how we did last month and last quarter. Go ahead and hit that first link and check it out for yourselves. Also, make sure to follow me on Instagram and TikTok. Y'all see that scrolling at the bottom of y'all screens. Instagram, playmaker_way, TikTok, _playmakerway_. Post daily on both pages. Got some new videos lined up for y'all today, as well as a new video dropping on YouTube. So make sure to have the noties on. We're right around the corner from 3,500 subscribers. We can get to that easily. So if you're not subbed right now, and you don't have the noties on, you should do that. Got a new 5-minute about to pop up in a second. Let's see if we can break and hold this level here. Again, if we can hold 20,100 as support, we're going to be looking for buys going into 20,280. And then with GJ, if we can hold 191.90 as support, we're going to be looking for buys going to 192.70. New 15 about to pop up in a little bit. If y'all just joined the live, I recommend rewinding to like 3 minutes in, because we broke down everything that took place yesterday, everything that's taking place this week. And again, we're just simply just waiting for our confirmations to be met. Right, we're looking at possible GJ buys, we're looking at possible NAS100 buys, and the other charts, we're just letting them do their thing right now. Yeah, the market's been slow. It's been slow in the mornings all week, really. Nothing we can do about that. Again, we do got some news popping off. So, of course, we're going to look to see if we can find some setups. But if it's like how it was last week and this week, we might not see any setups after the events pop off. But it is what it is. We're still going to patiently wait. Again, we're waiting to see if we can hold this level of support right here. And we're looking to see if we can hold this level of support right here. And then we got G retesting for us. So we can maintain a whole 32 or 90 as resistance. We can continue to look for sells. If you guys got any questions, drop them in the chat. When looking at any charts, drop them in the chat. Just dropped a new video for y'all yesterday. Make sure to check that out after the live. Got a new video dropping for y'all today as well at the beginning of the New York session. Make sure to be on the lookout for that. All right, let's see if we can finally do it. And again, we can see we haven't missed anything. Even if we would have took this setup at the beginning of London session, it's literally right where it started London session at, right? So again, this is why I always talk about just patience, because we're not missing anything at the end of the day right now. Then we got GU and gold retracing. Then we got NAS still napping. We got a couple news events today. We got a France holiday today. Then 7:02, we got GBP news popping off. Then 8:30, we got unemployment claims for the USD pairs. So we got GU retesting. So again, that's why I wasn't really tripping about missing the move, because again, this move started before London session. You can see 230, 215 candlestick. This was the London session candlestick right here. This is why I always talk about just wait for a retest confirmation, never chase a setup. Because imagine if we would have FOMO'd in and entered or try to get an entry as prices shooting to the downside. And again, this was an aggressive push, like when we go into the smaller time frame, just so we can see what 3 o'clock was looking like. We can see this was the session candlestick. So we would have been trying to rush. Again, we're on the minute time frame right now. So we would have been trying to rush into this trade, getting it anywhere between here and here versus waiting for our retrace. And now, if our confirmations are met, we still want to take the setup, we'll have a lot better entry versus down here. You get what I'm saying? Again, this is the same setup we went for and talked about during Sunday chart nows, as well as we took during Monday, during the Monday live stream. If we can hold 32.90 as resistance, we could look for sales going to 32.60, but we need to hold this level as resistance for the downtrend to continue. When we go into the bigger time frame, we can see that price has been struggling to break and hold this resistance level and turn to support at 33.75, and we've been struggling to break and hold the support level, turn it into resistance at 32.55. All right, so that's what we're really waiting on right here. And again, we can see prices been playing ring around the rosy literally since like the second week going into April. New 5-minute just popped up. You guys got any questions? Drop them in the chat. Any new charts? Drop them in the chat. Let's see how this plays out right here. Let's see if we get some action here. New 5 minutes just popped up. We got a new hour about to pop up in a little bit. Let's see if we can hold this level here. All right, y'all. Like I said, we do got some news at 7 a.m. and 8:30. So if we don't see any action between now and then, it's most likely going to be just chilling up until that news event. Again, if GU can hold 32.85, 32.90 as resistance, we can look for sales going to 32.55. But we need to hold this low as resistance for the downtrend to continue. If GBPJPY can break and hold 191.90 as support, we can look for buys going to 192.70. Gold, we're kind of in reversal territory like we talked about, so we can break above and hold 33.70 as support. We can look for buys going to 33.92, but we're going to need to hold that as support for the uptrend to continue. Or if we break below on these next couple of levels here, especially 32.94, we can see possible sells in a downtrend come into play. And then with NAS100, if we can hold 21.20 as support, we can look for buys going to 20.300. Or if we reject this level and we maintain and hold 19.930 as support, we can look for buys going there. Again, y'all, just dropped a new video for y'all yesterday. Got a new video dropping for y'all today as well at the beginning of New York session. Make sure to have your notices on to be on the lookout for that. Also, make sure to follow me on Instagram, TikTok. Y'all see that scroll at the bottom of y'all screens. I got some new videos to post today as well. Shout out to everybody in the live. Shout out to everybody that's been alive since the beginning. Shout out to everybody that's been alive since y'all joined. Make sure to hit that first link in the description. Join the free Signal, free Telegram. Y'all see on your screens how we did last month and last quarter. Again, we've been going absolutely crazy all year. And yeah, we'll be back at the same time tomorrow, London session 3 a.m. EST.